Hello, sports fan. This is Stephen here with Sports Choice Plus, and I'm bringing you a very special breakdown. I'm going to be covering the number one University of Texas taking on the number three Ohio State Buckeyes in the opener. Before I get right into this, I'm going to make sure that you're subscribed to the YouTube channel so you can get all the updates and all the breakdowns. Without further ado, let's hop right into it. This is the Clash of the Titans. This is what we talked about when we wanted to see the best teams in college football match up against the best teams and have the best possible outcomes. And this is what we were looking at for the college football playoff. This is going to have amazing effects in, win-loss and who won what game and what they did earlier in the season. This is going to have amazing ramifications. But when you're looking at this, you have the SEC versus the Big Ten, possibly two of the best when they're going up against each other at full strength. You're looking at Ohio State defending champions as they come into this game. Coach Ryan Day spoke about how Texas offense is nothing to blink about when he talked about how they have blazing speed. They have receivers that can get out and do it. They have running backs that can get out and hit their head on the goalpost. They were very complimentary of each other's teams as far as what they can do well and the obvious things that are on tape. When you're looking at Steve Sarkisian for Texas, he's a master play caller. When you think about just the designs of plays, when you think about just forcing a defense to think about every little detail on a play, because if you don't think about that, he's going to have a tight end running up the seam, and all of a sudden that tight end's wide open for a touchdown. Or he's going to have a running back that acts like he's blocking, slip out the backfield, and all of a sudden, head on goalpost. So I think that this is going to be a battle of play calling and play coaching versus actual talent on the field. I feel like Ohio State is the more talented team when you look at recruits. When you look at the 5-stars, when you look at the actual guys that are going to be playing on the field, Ohio State's more talented than Texas is. It's clear. Look at the recruiting classes, look at the juniors, look at the seniors, look at the projections of what they're supposed to do, and then look at Texas. They're not as good as far as the recruiting class. They're not as polished as Ohio State, and they're not coming off of a national championship. They were both in the college football playoff last year, but you also have to understand that Arch Manning has a lot of pressure on him. Regardless of who the quarterback is for Ohio State, they're going to have a lot of talented guys around them at the wide receiver, running back position, and tight end. They just simply have to get the ball in their hands. That's all they have to do. Arch Manning gets a little bit different. He's going to have to keep up with the scoring pace of Ohio State. He's going to have to make sure that Texas stays focused, and he's going to have to lead them in the right direction because the defense for Texas is going to have their hands full all day with an All-American wide receiver running up and down the seam. When you think about this overall and you just ask yourself, from the standpoint of college football, and it could be anybody at this point, and I don't know who could possibly do it. Who's going to keep up with Jeremiah Smith? For 4 quarters? Do you think that they can shut him down for 4 quarters or Texas will slow him down? They have a lot of different weapons on this offense for Ohio State, so it can get crazy. When the dust settles, I believe Ohio State will actually win the game. I feel like their offense is better than Texas' defense, and I think that Arch Manning is going to put up a good performance as far as throwing the football, but I don't think they're going to have enough firepower to keep up with Ohio State's punt return, kick return, offense, defense, and then blending that all in. No disrespect to the Texas Longhorns, but on this day, and especially with time they're playing at noon, I think Ohio State has the advantage in every single way, and they're going to be playing at the Horseshoe. So I'm picking Ohio State to win this one. All you Ohio State fans, all you Texas Longhorn fans, get in the comment section below. Definitely check out Sports Choice Plus. We'll see you on the very next episode.